Today, I'm going to touch on the subject of self-talk and how it got me in trouble. So, have you ever spoken to yourself in a way that you think, this really isn't the best way to be talking to myself, and you've acknowledged that? Or perhaps you do it and you don't even realize. So, let's take a quick look at that. It was something that I think we didn't do as children. We didn't have that self-talk, self-doubt thing going on in our head, this little voice going on. You can't do this, you can't do that. It was the other voice. It was the voice that's saying, I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a famous dancer. I'm going to be a footballer. I'm going to have a Porsche. And it was that voice. That was the loud voice. And somewhere along the way, we've picked up this other voice, this voice that's kind of a niggly, negative Nelly voice. Sorry for any Nellies out there. Just popped into my head. So why is that? Why do we have that voice that doesn't belong to us? Because this is the one that really belongs to us, this positive one. Why do we have it and why do we listen to it? And we seem to do it more when we're alone. That's been my experience. And I would say things like, why am I not getting ahead? Why am I not moving to the next level? Why am I still at this level? Why are my people not doing what I'm showing them to do? Why don't I have? And so these questions just went on and on. And there came a time where I realized I was doing this. And I wonder if you've had the same experience, because we don't want to be stopping ourselves moving forward. We want to move ourselves forward. So I want to be able to give you some help, some tips on how to move from the why can't I? Why does it always happen to me? Why does it never happen for me? Kind of self-talk, this negative Nelly over here, back to the positive one that came from childhood. And sometimes we can do it just by switching up a word. So let's look at what this kind of self-talk does. If you say, why can't I do X? Whatever that, fill in the gap. Why can't I do it? The brain starts to go, oh, I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look around. Let's look back at your experiences. Let's look at see what's happened. Let's look at see what somebody else has said. Let's see what somebody else is doing. And let's find some ammunition to give you to prove that you're right and to show you why you can't do that thing. So your brain goes into overdrive trying to search out the reasons why you can't. And you're going, oh, well, that's the thing. Oh, and that thing that happened then. Oh, and then something else has just come up, and that's why I can't. And that's taking you further away from where you want to be. And the because word, it's because of this and it's because of that. The because word is also a very powerful word. So if you're saying, oh, it's because I didn't get the right education, it's because I don't know enough people, it's because I don't have a strong enough leader, it's because I'm not a strong enough leader. The because word is also powerful. It's almost as powerful as I am. So be very aware. You can use that against yourself, and you can use it for yourself to go in the direction you want to go. So when I realized this, I was very aware, and something I will suggest that you do, so this is my first tip, is when you hear the negative Nelly going off, write down what you're saying to yourself. If you're saying, why can't I get customers? Why can't I build my team? Anything like this. Why can't I get a girlfriend? Why can't I find the house I want? Why can't I find the job I want? So anything is negative, and disempowering, write it down. And the reason for doing that, I will bring up in a second. And the other thing to do is to write down the things that you want to happen. So I want to have a 3-bedroomed house. I want to have a reliable car. I want to have, so all of those things that you want. So you know what this voice is, the good one, the one from childhood. And even write it down more powerfully than that. I am on my way to getting, or I am in the process of getting, I am in the process of finding. But going back over here to your list that you've made of your negative Nelly things that she's saying to you, instead of saying, why can't I? Use it in a different way. Ask yourself a different question, and it's the how. So change the word why for how. So it's, how can I find more customers? How can I find the woman of my dreams? How can I find the most reliable car? How can I find my leadership skills? Where will I find them? Where should I look for them? So it's how and where, those two words to use. So go down that negative Nelly list and change it. So whenever you hear yourself saying that, why can't I? Change it to, how can I? How can I find more customers? Where will I find the skills? That is going to change everything, and it's going to get you out of trouble, like it got me out of trouble. And you're going to find that it starts to flow. Possibly not straight away, because those little thoughts will come into your mind just because they've naturally come into your mind before, and you have to force yourself to change to the other thing. Force yourself to say it. And then your world will start to change, because you will be finding the right team members. You will be finding the customers. They'll kind of pop up out the woodwork as if from nowhere. You will find the house, you will find the car, you will find the boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, whatever it was. But it's doing the work to change from negative Nelly to where you want to go. So knowing what you want is really important, and knowing that you're on your way to achieving it by saying, how can I? Where will I? And it's because you've changed that everything else is going to change, and you will achieve. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you get value from this. If you want to make a comment below, that would be fantastic. If you want to share this on, if you think of somebody else that's a bit of a negative Nelly, needs to hear this, or has a negative Nelly talking to them and needs to hear this, please do pass it along. That would be fantastic. And if there are any links around here, do click on them to get more resources and to move you and your business forward with confidence and with the knowledge that you can do this. You are achieving. And that little negative Nelly voice, it's not yours. Remember, it's not yours. You picked that one up along the way from somebody else, from somewhere else. So let it go and tell it, okay, I've heard you, don't need you anymore. And then move on and go for the positive stuff. So I hope that helps, and I wish you an absolutely awesome day.